So, you heard raw food diets were the best. You realize that your cooked food addicted ass been making some mistakes up in this bitch. So you started researching. Well, if raw food diets are the best, what can I eat? What can I eat raw? And you looked around, you realized, well, okay, there's fruit. I can eat fruit raw, it tastes delicious, you don't have to cook it. Vegetables, some of them are good. Broccoli, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of the brock. It's a little spicy. Doesn't digest the best. So, you pick and choose. You pick and choose. Nuts and seeds, why not? You might want to soak them in water overnight first. Then you won't get the gas of a wildebeest in the heat. But other than that, they're fine. Grains. And now you're getting into iffy territory where that's questionable. You can soak and sprout grains, yes. Are they digested at all? Not in my opinion. I've eaten quinoa sprouted, came out looking the same. I could sell my sprouted quinoa poo to the villagers in the north, but I choose not to. I'm a man of integrity. So far you're doing pretty good on your raw food diet. You got some juices, you're making smoothies, you got a salad, you're eating things, you're enjoying your life. But there's a man. He will go by the name Sv3rige. Sv3rige. He decided, what about meat? What about that meat? I don't want to be a vegan hippie bitch. I want meat in my life, and I will eat it raw. I don't care who looks at me. You looking at me? Don't look at me. He thought to himself, fuck the mangoes, I want a cow heart. And he got it. He got that heart. He bought one in the butcher shop. They sell them apparently. And he ate it in public. Children cried, but he laughed, and he liked it. He thought, what else could I eat raw? Do you got a lamb spleen, please? Do you have one? I'll buy it. So now this guy's thriving on raw meat and organs, and he's making a lot of videos dissing veganism. And I think it's time that we clash. Let us clash. Go vegan, motherfucker, make a muffin. You couldn't even kill a rubber ducky, son. If you had to hunt. So I want to start by saying I like this guy. I like his personality. I enjoy watching his videos. I found him a couple of years ago when I was trying a high-fat vegan diet, and I was searching for other people who were doing it, and there was literally nobody but this guy. And I found him, and he was talking about a raw, vegan, ketogenic diet, and I was like, here we go. I asked him for some advice. I couldn't poo to save my life. And he said, eat more coconut oil. And I did, and it didn't work. But I still like the guy. So I went back to high carb. All was well again. I unsubscribed from Sv3rige, and I forgot about him. And then somebody the other day tells me you should check out this guy, and it was Sv3rige. It was good old Sv3rige. How do you say your name, buddy? Is it just Surge? Why'd you put the 3 in there? That's 3 strikes, you're out. So I checked out some of his latest videos, and he turned full heel against vegans. He was never like that before. He was open-minded to vegan. He was even trying it himself. But motorcycles, really? It's very popular these days to hate on vegans, because the loudest ones, the most popular ones, are kind of assholes, judgmental type vegans who just make you feel sad about your meat eating habits. And I get it. They provoke a lot of hate and anger and conflicting hate and anger. So people always stereotype all vegans as these pushy, judgmental vegans. And one of my purposes here on this planet is to dispel the myth that all vegans are uptight, grass-eating mother flips. And we can be normal human beings. We have fun here on planet Earth. We don't all hate you. This isn't going to be a video bashing Sv3rige. I want to go through some of the things he says. He says some crazy things, and I have a little problem with it. Some of the things he says. I just replied to one of his videos. I left a comment. I was a bit of an asshole in the comment. I did say that your information is so bad it's entertaining, and that kind of got us started off on the wrong foot. I brought that on myself. I'm sorry, Sv3rige. I'm sorry. It was so bad. I had to say something. Usually I let him rant, but I couldn't let this pass. He said, point out something or shut up. So much anger from the cow heart blood just seeping into his brain. So I did. I pointed out something. I pointed out his B12, what he said about B12, and I provided links and studies, and I said a couple things, and he deleted my whole comment. So I was like, all right, that's how you want to play the game. So I ain't gonna let you lie to the world. Let's discover your myth that is your life.
If you don't eat saturated fat from animals, you are automatically not getting vitamins A, D, F, and K2.
The vegans were lacking vitamin F. Shit. I thought I had all bases covered. Vitamin F, I overlooked that one. I overlooked it. That's on me. I should have studied it. I should have known. Vitamin F. Damn it. Damn it. So I did a little research, and it looks like vitamin F is only found in mermaids' tears. Mermaids' tears. Only known source. So it's tough to get. It can be got, though. It's not an unrealistic goal. If you ever found a mermaid, you just insult them, and they cry, and you vial it. It's fine. So vitamin F doesn't exist. It's not a vitamin. Some people call essential fats vitamin F, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he meant vitamin E, because those are the fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, and K. So you make a mistake, I'm gonna pounce on you like a kitten. One thing I want to say about vitamin K2, because he and every other meat eater is like, where do you get your vitamin K2 though? It's not even an essential nutrient. We make it. We make it from vitamin K. Vitamin K is abundant in vegetables. Our bacteria make it. You eat some vegetables, you turn the K into K2 if you need it. What's the problem? Unless you were completely devoid of all bacteria in your gut, which would be pretty darn impossible if you're eating fruits and vegetables, unless you're on like daily antibiotics and you always take them every day like a multivitamin. So that, plus the fact that the highest source of vitamin K2 is a plant, soy natto. Natto is a weird fermented soy dish, but if you needed vitamin K2, you could have some of that slimy stuff if you wanted.
Cancer goes and heals tumors, but because the cancer is there, they blame the healer.
So the cancer heals the tumor. That's a new one. Cancer heals the tumor. But just let me dissect this in my mind. So you get diagnosed with a tumor in your neck. Your first thought should be, shit, I need to get cancer to heal this thing. Where do I guess I could, do you have any mercury left over? Because I need to heal this tumor by getting cancer. Here, give me your laptop. Let me just put that on my crotch for the next 48 hours. And maybe I'll go stand on a highway and breathe in as much exhaust as I can. And I'll use Lysol to clean my body. Cancer to heal the tumor. That's batshit crazy. You'd be better off eating bat shit than what? Cancer heals the tumor? Cancer's a mutated cell and it's killing you. Maybe he's right. Who knows anymore? Cancer heals the tumor, sure. Why not? Heart disease prevents heart attacks. Why not? I can get behind that. diabetes lowers your blood sugar, why not? Just who cares anymore? So for those of you who are curious, like myself, let's find out what good old Sv3rige eats in a day.
This is an update of what I eat in a day. I guess some of you want to see me eat raw meat, and sure, I'll do it if it's interesting for you. I usually start off my day with this. This is a ribeye steak. 2 pieces of it. This is 200 grams, so it's 400 grams in total. I almost always eat the meat with butter nowadays because it doesn't have enough fat.
I find this interesting, that the meat doesn't have enough fat. Do you know why that is? Because natural animals don't get fat. This is the weird thing with the whole caveman thing, where they are saying, we need the animal fat. Animal fat is so important. This is how you survive. Because we know too much protein, you can't survive off it. There's something called rabbit starvation, where you eat too much rabbit. This tribe or something used to live off rabbits and they all died. Something like that. Too much protein, you need more fat. But animals in nature don't have a lot of fat. The only way they get fat is by us feeding them unnatural foods like grains, and that fattens up the cow. So this guy's wanting the fat to be there, but in nature, in actual reality, it would never be there.
I simply eat the meat with my hands, as we are supposed to. Just like that. It's very delicious.
We're supposed to do that, are we? That's what we're supposed to do. Just eat it with your hands. We're supposed to kill. That's what our instincts are telling us. I myself, I don't have that instinct. That's the debate. Can you kill your own meat? I mean, that's an argument I like to bring up. Can you kill your own meat? Because if you can't, I talk with my mom about this all the time. And she says herself, if I had to kill it myself, I'd be vegetarian. And she won't even watch the animal slaughter footage. She can't even, no. She doesn't want to know. And that type of meat eater is a hypocrite with the cognitive dissonance. But if you can manage to kill and be okay with that, I can't really bring that argument.
This is 8 months old meat. This is a 1 month old ribeye steak. This is 5 days younger. And you gotta watch out that the flies don't get to it and don't lay eggs.
Now, I've never tried this, so I can't say for sure that it's as terrible as it sounds, looks, smells, wonders. Because it's still alive wondering, is he really gonna eat me right now? I can't believe he's gonna eat me. Oh my god, he's eating me. Fermented meat chunks left on your counter, swatting away flies before they lay eggs, and then maggots infest. You'd probably eat the maggots. You'd be like, there's the delicacy. Is that what you're doing? You're growing maggots?
This is what wheel heart looks like. And this is the thymus.
You're gonna eat a thymus, are you? Is that what you're doing for lunch? And the veal heart? A baby. You're eating babies' hearts. Is that what this has come to? He's eating babies' hearts. You stole the calf from the mother, and then you ate its heart. Where's your heart? I don't know, I walk by the meat section and I just think, oh, I see it all the time, the cow feet, the cow tongues. I see all this weird body parts and I'm just like, really? You sell that? And this guy's salivating. He's like, oh, that's the good stuff.
I especially like eating the eyes of the fish.
Is that so you can see the mistakes you're making? Yeah.
The reason I'm making this series of videos is because a lot of ex-vegans message me who got sick from this diet. And when they talk to vegans about it, they get called names.
I will agree with this. There is a lot of that going on. People go vegan, they don't do it right, or they had such bad health conditions from the start that they're not getting better. They go back to eating meat, they feel a little better, they're getting the hormone boost from the meat. That's my opinion on why people feel better going back to eating meat. I could be wrong, maybe they needed something in the meat, I don't know, I'm open to it. But he's right, I mean, this does happen a lot. But I will say this. What about all the meat eaters who get sick and go on the vegan diet? What about their reaction, the meat cult. There is no family to go back to. The meat eaters aren't a family looking out for, they don't give a shit about that guy who left and went vegan. I go fuck yourself. The vegan group though, they lose one of their own. They're like, why? Why did that happen? What were you doing? Let us help you. We try to like investigate it and think, okay, what were you doing? Were you eating grains? You grain bitch. We mean well. We do, most of us anyways. Some just get pissed off and like, oh, I can't believe it. You knew about the slaughter and now you're going back. Some vegans are like that, but it makes me think of the meat eating group. So many meat eaters are sick on this planet. You look at all the heart disease, cancer, they're all meat eaters. Every one of them. Processed food eating ones, I mean, they may not be doing meat eating the right way, but they are meat eaters. And there's just no group to fall back on. Oh, you made a mistake. You didn't deep fry your chicken wings. That's where he went wrong. You didn't even deep fry it. It has to be 500 degrees for 7 hours. Didn't even know that. That's why he failed.
There's so much disinformation, and all of them simply believe it. They just swallow it.
So far, everything he said has been disinformation. So, you're calling the apple a tomato? That may or may not be a saying, but it'll catch on. I mean, to me, the biggest disinformation going on right now is one, that we need meat to be healthy, and then we got all the grain industries saying we need 5 to 8 grain servings a day. That stuff cuts me up like kitchen knives. It hurts. So I'm not a fan. I'm on like both sides. A lot of meat eaters hate grains. I'm like, I'm with you. And a lot of vegans hate the meat. I'm with you too. I got my own thing. I like raw food myself.
But I want to talk about B12 a little bit, once again. There's this delusional lie going on in the community that it used to be found in the water and the soil. What the fuck? The only reason you would find it there is because of carcasses and shit from animals.
This is what I called him on in my comment, and I posted a link proving that B12 is manufactured by microorganisms, and it's found in the soil, it's found on plants when you don't wash them off. But nobody's doing that, so we get B12 deficient because nobody is eating freshly picked lettuce from the soil. That's just a fact. So I called him on it and he deleted my comment. So the reason animals have B12 in them is because they're eating these unaltered plants from the soil, like cows eating the grass. There's plenty of B12 on the grass and they're eating that, but when you have these grain-fed cows, they don't make the B12. You have to supplement their diet with B12 in order for them to have B12 and not get sick. It's on the plants, but we just don't get it. We don't get it. Who's not washing their lettuce? I don't want Henrique touching my lettuce. I'm washing off his shit. So supplement to B12. Who gives a shit?
Weight loss, firstly, has nothing, in any way whatsoever, to do with health. If anything, it's a sign that you're unhealthy because you're starving.
Weight loss is bad for you. Sv3rige, 2017. I made a video not that long ago saying that fat people can still be healthy. I wanted to give hope to fat people, where it's like your life is not over. It's not as big a deal as you think. Your body is protecting itself by ushering toxins out to the fat layer, and you're gaining weight, you're holding it there, but usually it's away from vital organs. Not always. Sometimes it gets around the heart and the brown fat and the other fat. I don't know what I'm talking about. But the point is, that was just to motivate you to lose the weight. You should lose it eventually, and that is a healthy thing. Now, what he's saying, maybe he's referring to someone where you're going past your healthy body weight and you continue to lose weight. That would be unhealthy. You get too skinny. Not that it's super unhealthy, but you won't be able to last in this world. You'll be so subjected to toxins, you got no buffer zone. In my opinion, it's good to have at least a bit of muscle mass on you and a layer of fat. You don't want to be 8% fat. That's stupid in today's world, so don't limit your body fat. Limit it. I'm like 13%. I think that's perfect. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, holy shit. Holy shit. So he's been bringing in some lecturers, putting them into his videos like they're experts on animal fat. And I have to debunk some of the stupid shit they say. It's so stupid. I can't even believe it myself. But listen to this. Natasha McBride. I would never McBride you.
Whatever culture you look at around the world, people used whatever animal fats were available to them at the time, and they prized them. These were the most prized foods.
Of course they praised them. It was food. They're like, holy shit, we have food. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's food. We're not gonna die. They would praise anything. If there was a mango tree, they'd be like, oh my God. Thank you, mangoes. I love you, mangoes. They're praising it because they get to eat anything and live another day so they can have sex with their cave wife and then go sleep in the grass, getting attacked by snakes and lizards. That's all they did. That's all they did.
My grandmother didn't used to wash her frying pan. She reused the fat again and again, and that's a perfectly healthy practice.
I ought to punch you right in the fallopian scrotal bridge. Right in the bridge. When you fry with a fat, you heat it. You make it carcinogenic. I don't care how saturated it is. Coconut oil is the safest fat to fry with. It may be safer than olive, which is safer than flax. Saturated is safer. Doesn't make it safe. You know Bruce Fife, the guy who wrote all the coconut books? Even he says don't cook with coconut oil. He says, no, you're damaging the fat. Now this girl is telling you to not only take the raw, beautiful fat that is healing to your body, not lard, but like coconut oil. She's saying take the raw, healing fat, cook it once to destroy your life. She's taken it a step further and saying cook it repeatedly. It's already oxidized and rancid the first time. And then you leave it overnight, subject to the air and all the bacteria, and let it rancidify further. If it wasn't oxidized 100%, it is now. And then you heat it over and over and over. What? I saw a friend of mine do this once. She was frying her sweet potatoes in olive oil, and then she poured the olive oil back into the jar. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't ever do that. In my opinion, fats are healthy raw. Fats are not healthy cooked. Fats are definitely not healthy cooked 17 times like your dumb grandmother. May she rest in peace.
These animal fats, when we look at their chemical composition, it is very similar to the chemical composition of our own fat.
Therefore, the healthiest food for human beings is human beings. Human beings are the closest to our body type. So, there we have it. Cannibalism, 2017.
Eat plenty of vegetables and fruits every day, and I've got no complaint with the problem vegetables, but fruits are a problem because they're high in carbohydrate and sometimes fructose, but they aren't high in nutrients, as I would show you.
This guy's trying to tell me fruits and vegetables aren't high in nutrients, yet he's slathering butter on his steak. What's wrong with this picture? Butter. Let's look that up in Chronometer. Oh, there's nothing in it. I just want to massage his stupid head to drive some blood back up there because he's lacking.
What I'm going to show you, in any insulin-resistant population, this is a perfect prescription for obesity and type 2 diabetes. But what insulin resistance does is cause you to become very sick, whether you're obese or whether you're lean, and ingesting a high carbohydrate diet. So it's slightly different components.
This is Tim Noakes talking to us, trying to tell us how to heal diabetes when he still has his diabetes. He injects insulin still. He hasn't been able to cure it on his low-carb diet. Insulin resistance, which is one of the major causes of diabetes, is very easily overcome on a lower-fat, plant-based diet. That's just, it's proven. There's many books on it. Neil Barnard, he wrote a book, You Barnyard Bitch. And one of the most effective ways to heal diabetes is Gabriel Cousens' raw food diet, which is lower in carbs, high-fat plants, nuts, and seeds. And that gets rid of diabetes. But this guy with his insulinogenic milk diet. He hasn't been able to heal it. Talking shit.
In the bloodstream, we only have a tiny amount of glucose. And a great emphasis was made on how important glucose is to our survival and so on. Well, it's really interesting that we contain so little glucose in the bloodstream.
You do realize that it's not just 1 teaspoon sitting there for the whole day. It's a constant drip. Your body is constantly feeding the blood sugar and it uses it up. It's like a teaspoon every 10 minutes. That's what your liver's for, to hold a big pool of sugar. It sounds pretty important to me when you have a pool for sugar and it's like, here you go. Here's a little. You want some sugar? There you go. Don't feed the blood, kids. It bites.
If glucose is such a crucial component for our health, why do we have so little of it in the bloodstream?
What's he talking about? It's very important. Sounds important. Even if you don't eat it, the body will literally break its muscles down to make sugar to have that. Sounds pretty important to me.
Prior to 1921, there was no recorded heart attack in a hospital. I mean, isn't that amazing? Yet today, there's like 700,000 a year.
There weren't even pencils invented yet in 1921. How are you going to write it down? It's 1921. People were riding horses. Who's going to write down a heart attack? In fact, it wasn't until 1923 did Pencil Stevenson invent the pencil, and then people started, oh yeah, I've had like 7 heart attacks. And the reports started coming in. He makes it sound like nobody had a heart attack before 1921, when I guarantee you, many people had them they didn't know how to get it out. You couldn't post online, hey, had a heart attack, updating your Facebook status. You had to like mail the governor or something. I don't know how life worked back then. Are you having another heart attack? Yep. You should go to the local hospital. It's like 600 miles from here, though. I'm sure you'll make it. Yeah, I'll make it. I'm a widow now.
The diet hypothesis says that you eat fat, convert it to cholesterol, clogs your arteries. Not so. You eat carbohydrate, it's converted into these abnormal lipoproteins, causes heart disease.
I'm not sure what realm Tim Noakes finds himself in on a daily basis. He might be in the 4th dimension, but here in the 3rd, it's the saturated fat and the cholesterol and the inflammation that's mostly responsible, according to science. My guess is that 99% of all people who have heart attacks eat meat or dairy or eggs. Vegan heart attacks are very rare, unless you're like a potato chip eating vegan. You're drinking Coke and potato chips, and that is your diet. I mean, we have the program to reverse heart disease, and it's a plant-based diet. Lots of carbs. So why do people like this talk shit? It's an absolute lie.
If you would do a study and compare a raw meat eater, aka a natural human, to a vegan, what do you think would happen? The vegan, in comparison, would look like the most unhealthy human ever.
You'd find nightmare-looking parasites in the meat eater, and you'd find mango flesh that didn't smell like a rabbit threw up on a dead raccoon in his bowel cavity. That's my guess.
Of course, if you eat fruit in general in excess, you will also get cancer, simply because of the sugar.
Girl heals brain tumor on raw food diet high in sugar. Guess she didn't need cancer to heal her tumor. She just used fruits and vegetables.
I eat the liver first, and then just drink milk. The eggs I also mix with the milk. I mix the milk in between, just because I feel like it's the best way to go.
It's not that you're gross, but it's just that you're gross
I always take the meat in a bowl with me. This is beef entrecote.
You're sitting on a bench eating raw beef and butter, and you're wondering why the police are like, we should lock him up.
I also eat raw meat on the subway or anywhere I go to, just like other people eat their poisonous sandwich. I was eating a wild boar heart some weeks ago, and it's usually the kids that stare at me.
I'd be staring at you too, man. I'd be like, what is he doing? Is that real? Oh my god.
And my face was covered with blood and my hands. And yesterday I was eating liver, and the kid kept staring at me because my hand was covered in it.
Within the first week of this guy trying his raw meat diet, he was hospitalized with this certain bacteria that completely collapsed his muscles. It took him a month to recover. He couldn't even use his muscles. Listen to him, I ain't making this up.
What happened to me actually in the first week of trying raw meat, and this is not to scare you off, if maybe a little warning, if anything, is watch out if you eat bone marrow, because I got food poisoning from it. For whatever reason, I got this bacteria called Campylobacter enteritis something. I'll write it in the description, and is that my muscles stopped working, and it took me a month now to actually get fully recovered from it. I couldn't really open the door. I couldn't... Baby's coming. Mama.
So is eating raw meat healthy? I mean, I believe it's healthier than cooked, because it has to be. You cook meat and you create those polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons from the heat, from the frying pan. You brown that meat, you brown your life. So he's on the right track with raw, at least. Although if you have to avoid the food poisoning, which he obviously didn't, and you probably won't either. But is he healthy? He looks healthy to me. But looks aren't everything. Sometimes I look my best when I feel my worst. I've looked amazing on the high-fat diet when I was constipated as shit. And I look at myself, I'm like, why do I look so good? Why is my skin so perfect? I can't even poo. It doesn't make any sense. You can't always go by looks. But he did do a blood test video, and he has some shocking results. Look at this.
My blood test results are here at last.
I didn't think it was physically possible to get your LDL higher than your total cholesterol. How did he do that? Did you just like drink butter shakes all day with lard cream? We know from Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn's work that you have to be under 150 milligrams of total cholesterol to be heart attack proof. He's never seen a heart attack with cholesterol that low. This guy's at 220. He's way out. I'm at 156. I'm knocking at that door. He's across the street. He has binoculars, and he's like, your LDL should be between 50 and 70 to be heart attack proof. His is 221. He has higher LDL than Kent. I'm scared. How did he do it? How do you get LDL higher than your total cholesterol? You have to like swim in a butter tank for at least 7 hours a day. That's the only way. He mocked Fully Raw Christina for having high triglycerides. He was saying all that fruit sugar is turning to fat and you have high triglycerides. All vegans have high triglycerides. His were high. His was 106. Mine were 83.25. And that was on, well, that was on my high-fat vegan diet, but go fuck yourself. So I still managed to have low triglycerides on a vegan diet. His were 106. They should be below 100. Mine were below 100. So I win. I win the triglyceride battle to the death. Last thing on the blood test, his creatinine is 1.02. That is nightmare levels of holy shit, my kidneys are dying. This should be an alarm bell for you, buddy. If your creatinine is over 0.6, be worried. If it's over 0.7, be afraid. If it's over 0.8, call an alien and hope that he comes with a light beam technology to help fix your kidneys because you are dying. And if it's over 0.9, call the alien's grandmother. Maybe she has an ancient alien wisdom soup to help you. But if it's over 1, Over one? Call a fucking unicorn to stab you in the neck with its horn. It's your only way out. It's your only way out. Healthy kidneys remove creatinine from the blood, so when the number starts rising up, that's an indicator that your kidneys aren't filtering the toxins from your body. Mine actually lowered when I was doing the plant-based ketogenic diet, so I don't think it's the ketones damaging his kidneys. It must just be the animal protein. That's the only thing I can think of. We know animal protein is damaging to the kidneys. I wasn't sure if raw protein would be, but apparently proof is in the meat pudding. So Sv3rige, I ain't mad at you. I'm open to what you're doing. I'm keeping my eye on you. I wish you great health. I hope you're healthy doing this. I would do it. I would try it. Maybe I'll fly to Germany one day and we'll just eat your rotten meat on the counter and we'll talk about life. I mean, I'm not the type of vegan who's just like, there's no way that could ever be healthy. I could conceive it. I know the power of raw food, and I never considered raw meat as part of that, but I could see it. So don't take this as a bashing. I'm just trying to dispel some myths. When you say things, you're attacking vegans, we're gonna fight back. So don't attack us with lies. Attack us with your true health. Attack us with your perfect health. And that's how you spread a message. Talk about the benefits of raw meat. Don't demonize people trying to better their lives on a vegan diet just because, I don't know why you do it. For views, for money, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't be healthy and do this, but for most people, I don't think it's the answer. It's just too weird. And I have done this. I went vegan 8 years ago, but I never wanted to stay vegan. So if you're thinking I'm some militant vegan who's just stuck in my belief set, it's not like that at all. I tried so hard to eat meat again. It just always gave me stomach pains, just like wheat pasta does. So, I mean, I tried so hard eating. I've eaten raw egg yolks. I've had grass-fed beef ceviche that I had raw that I just marinated in lemon juice. I've had raw tuna, the albacore. That was actually pretty good, but I marinated it. But I never felt better. That's the thing. Like, it was never like a missing nutrient. Like, oh, finally. The beef was just chewy and weird. The egg yolks are pretty disgusting. The texture is just like, I don't think we're drawn to these foods. We're drawn to fruits. We're drawn to the vegetables, kind of. Drawn to those nuts and seeds. I mean, plant foods are delicious. That's where you get most of the flavor. Most people crave cooked meat. Do people crave raw meat? It just sounds so gross. Unless you have a parasite in your gut that is calling for that meat. And that's very possible. I don't see anybody ever craving it because it's bland. It has no taste. So I think we're done here for today. Thanks for sticking through this long video. I know a lot of people didn't make it this far. Sometimes I make long videos. What's wrong with that? You got somewhere to be? Oh, you do? I don't complain if a good movie's an hour and a half long. If I don't keep you entertained for the full video, that's my fault. I messed up, but hopefully I did, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you're not going on the raw meat diet now. It seems dangerous to me, so I don't know. That's all you. That is all you. I would not feel confident recommending somebody go eat raw meat, then they get food poisoning and they die. It's very unsafe to me. I don't know. You tell me if I'm wrong. So that's it. We're done here. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you're eating a spleen right now. You spleen bitch. How dare you? What does that taste like? It's white. That can't be good. Okay, get yourself a vegetable police t-shirt if you have the money. They're raw. It's a raw shirt. Most shirts are cooked. These are raw. So that's it. If you liked any of the music today, you know where to get it. vegetablepolice.bandcamp.com. We're done here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.